guys, welcome back to Man Cave Collectibles. Today I want to take a look at Violator from the classic Spawn series. This is series 20 from October of 2001. So this was one of Todd McFarlane's creations. He first appeared in Spawn issue number 2. Kind of a neat story about this guy. I've heard Todd McFarlane tell a story about how he came up with the name Violator for this character. And basically his wife had asked him to run out one evening for some wine, and he pulled up to the store, and there was a sign that said, no parking, all violators will be towed. And he saw that word Violator, it jumped out at him, and he was like, hey, that's a perfect name for one of my villains. So that's how we got Violator. Definitely one of my favorite characters, probably one of my all-time favorite characters in comic books. This is kind of one of the alternate looks of the Clown. So when the Clown is on Earth, he appears as the Clown, and when he's ready to fight or do the dirty work, he shows his true form, which is what we see here as the Violator. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging on this one. So we've got Spawn Classic Series 20 written up top. Even back here in 2001, we were promoting the spawn.com website. We'll go ahead and flip us on around. We don't really have anything on the sides with this clamshell packaging. On the back, we do have some additional figures from this series. So we've got the Medieval Spawn, we've got the Clown number 4, which I've actually done a review on the Clown number 5, which I feel like is the best Clown so far. And then we got a Spawn figure, Domina, and Overkill as well. And it actually goes into some of the other movie figures that McFarlane Toys was doing at the time. So some of these are pretty cool looking figures for their time back in 2001. And then some of the sports figures, and it looks like they actually did Metallica in fall of 2001, which I wasn't aware of, but that's pretty neat that they were doing that. So let's get this guy out of his packaging, see what we got. All right, guys, we got him out of the packaging, and this guy looks fantastic. Now, one issue that I have is the articulation here. So I'm not really going to cover a lot of the articulation. We'll talk about it, but I'm not going to do a lot of moving of it. I don't know if it's because this figure is so old, but these joints are extremely tight. So without really being able to get some warm water on those things, or just a little more time to kind of work them, I don't want to risk, breaking one off. So we'll kind of talk about it a little bit. As far as articulation, he does have articulation in both of his feet here. You can see that they can move back and forth. They come out of the packaging in pretty good shape as far as being ready to move. Have articulation in both these hips. That's one of the places that were real tight, that I don't really want to risk, something happening as far as breakage. We've also got some articulation in the elbows, which they've got this soft plastic over the elbows, almost like the ratchets are underneath. So, it makes for a very clean look, but this plastic feels almost like it's maybe could get to the point of dry rotting. So again, we just want to be real careful with that. We also have some articulation here in the ab area. So he's got some down, some up, pretty neat. Little articulation here in the jaw, moves pretty easy. Overall, I love this figure. He'll basically be a statue for me, as most of my Spawn figures are kind of more of the statue series that McFarlane has done. As far as the paintwork looks amazing. We do have, some paint issues as far as like on the nails here. You can see kind of where I've got some issues with, some paint right there, if my camera will focus. But overall, the paint detail is amazing. Again, this is a 2001 figure, so you know, go back and look at some of the figures being put out in 2001, and you know, I think you'll be very pleased with this guy. So we'll get him kind of spun to the side here. Spin around back. From this side. Great looking figure. So much detail on this guy. So we can move these shoulders a little bit here. Now, I wanted to bring in kind of his alter ego, or not alter ego, but kind of his alternate look, I guess. This is the clown. So these are theoretically the same person in the Spawn universe. But that'll kind of give you a little bit of a size comparison as far as, you know, his size. So I think he's going to scale real well with most all Spawn figures. You know, the way his legs are bent here. I think they say, if you go back and look, he's a little over 8 feet tall, you know, as far as in the comics. So if you look at, you know, the way his legs are bent all here, you know, I'm sure you could, you know, that would scale well with this guy, who I think is more like 5.5 feet tall when he's in his clown form. So pretty good job there. One accessory that, you know, we won't talk in detail much, but he comes with a heart. So that's kind of one of the things that, you know, in the Spawn comic books, he does a lot of is rip a heart out. So there's a little heart. It's kind of almost like a squishy plastic, but pretty well detailed. I don't know that I'll display him with that, but kind of neat that McFarlane threw that in. So, so that is my review on the Violator from Series 20, McFarlane Toys. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. We'll see you guys next time.